friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. Today is Thursday, which means it's Thrifty Thursday, which means I'd like to share with you some books that I have found. And this is going to be the 80s edition. But first of all, Thrifty Thursday is a hashtag, and it was created by Sheree over at Turquoise Dreaming. I will have that information down below, and you can feel free to share anything you've been finding lately at your local charity shops, Goodwill, yard sales, anything. Book sales, that's generally where I find my things are. Book sales, library sales, that sort of thing. Sometimes there's just like a little section in the library that has books that are for sale all the time that you can go check out. And today I'm going to share books that came out in the 80s. And these are not books that I owned in the 80s. These are books that I have found at book sales. And not just one book sale, but just throughout the past few months. This is what I've been finding. I collected them here for you. I think I will do a video another time where I share books that were actually mine that may not have been published in the 80s, but books that I had in the 80s as a child, books that I really connected with and that helped me sort of become the kind of creator that I am now and the things that I like to do, and sort of share with you where my love of creatures and all that sort of thing comes from. But that's a tale for another time. So I have these books, and I am trying to decide. Some of them I'm just going to keep. Some of them I may wind up using, either ripping pages out, because I'm going to be making an 80s memory journal. I have a 70s one too. I think I'm going to use this composition notebook, which I got at the Dollar Tree. So that's another thing I can share with you today. Actually, that reminds me, I have something for the 80s journal that I got at the Dollar Tree. But I just thought this was perfect with the cassette tapes. Anyone still have cassette tapes? I still have some. A lot of them are actually tapes that my grandfather recorded big band music and sent me. So I have that sort of thing. But let me grab my other things I was going to show you that go with this. Okay. So I found these stickers at the Dollar Tree as well. And I thought sorry about the shine. They're very holographic, and I thought they would be really cool as like headers in the 80s journal. The colors remind me of it. They're very vibrant, the shiny holographic nature of them. And I just thought even the way they were written, the font and stuff looks really cool for an 80s journal. So that'll be, something I'm going to start working on. I was kind of debating whether or not to use a composition notebook or use an altered book or something a little more sturdy. But I kind of really like this. So that's what I'm going with right now. Haven't started yet, but we'll get there. I think the composition book is kind of nice because I can just kind of flip open, write something down. I don't even want to go in order. I just want to like flip around and maybe do a page in the front and a page in the back and just have it kind of all over the place. And just do it sporadically as I think of something, because I feel like we remember things just randomly. And sometimes when you sit down and you're like, okay, today I'm going to write about this, you can just go totally blank. So I want to have something that's easily accessible that I can have right with me and just jot things down. And it's okay even if I just write it down messy, because I can always write it down neater later and glue it over where the messy stuff is. So anyway, one thing that helps me remember things from the 80s is looking at old books. So I wanted to share with you some of the things I found. So first up, My Little Pony. This was a huge part of my childhood. Firefly was one of my favorite ponies. I had the Dream Castle. I loved it. And I did have some of the sea ponies too. But I love these classic ponies. This book is from 1985. Ooh, titles in the series: The Trolls and the Castle of Darkness. I'll have to try to find that. I haven't seen any other ones in this little mini world collection. I'm actually having a hard time finding like vintage My Little Pony books. I would love to find more of these because this was my favorite thing. So just looking at these pictures, reading the story, it just reminds me, like, I used to have some of these sea ponies I would bring in the bathtub. And I just loved them. I spent many hours just playing with my little ponies in my room. Set up a whole little town. And the ponies always have these really cute names, like Sea Spray. There's one here. Surf Dancer. Here's a little song. I'll sail east, I'll sail west, north and south, which way is best? I'll ask all the ponies on land and in the air, have you seen the golden comb of a mermaid fair? We'll search and we'll search until it is found, be it under the sea, in the air, or underground. So I just thought this was so cute, but I don't think I have the heart to like cut this out, because for me, finding these books is very rare. Oh, I had this one, Cotton Candy. This was one of the originals, one of the OGs, when they very first came out. Oh, and this one is Seashell. I always loved this one, a beautiful purple pony with the green mane and tail. But they're just so cute. Oh, I had this too. This is the Show Stable. That's awesome. So anyway, oh, these little guys. I had these little guys too. I actually forgot their name. Does it say? This was like when you... Oh, Twinkles and Brandy. That's right. So when you bought one of the play sets, they would come with a little pet friend. And I always loved that. It's like Strawberry Shortcake was really big back in the 80s. The little dolls and stuff. And I didn't have the dolls, but I tried to collect like the little animals. Because each doll would come with an animal. And I liked the animals better than the dolls. Although I did love that the dolls had a smell. I always thought that was cool. So this is just really cute. Applejack, a classic. So if you watched, they rebooted the My Little Pony show years ago, and it was actually really good. And they had Twilight Sparkle, they had Applejack, Rainbow Dash. That was a really good series. And then they've just rebooted it again, but I don't know much about that one. Majesty came with the Dream Castle, and Spike and Firefly. There's my dream team, like right here. Although Medley I liked. Anyway, this is, as you can see, it just brings memories flooding back. So if you didn't have My Little Ponies, this might not mean much to you, but for someone who absolutely loved My Little Ponies, and still does, I love this book. So that was a good find. Next up is another show that I loved, Shira, Princess of Power. I love the show and the toys, and I did not have this book growing up. Shadow Weaver's Magic Mirror. I always thought Shadow Weaver was so cool, and they never made a toy with her when I was little. They've made a toy with her now, but growing up I always wanted a Shadow Weaver. And look at this, like this is just the 80s right here. These colors. So this is good, like, you know, even for making a journal page or making some art for a journal page, you can get an idea of like the color schemes. Like Shira's awesome, Swift Wind, Cowl. Oh, I have Cowl here on my desk. Hold on, I'm going to show you. So this is my little Cowl toy. This is my Cowl from my childhood. It's like a koala owl, therefore Cowl. And the coolest thing was you could ask Cowl a question and you would lift up this flap and he would give you an answer. So it would be green, that little piece in there would turn green, yellow, or red depending on the answer. And he worked forever. And then I showed my kids when they were little, and the first time practically that they opened it to do it, it broke. So it no longer works. And you can tell too because this part's too loose. But anyway, that's Cowl. And I actually do have a bunch of Shira stuff still. I still have the figures and some of the horses, and I have the castle. So we have Hordak here. But yeah, this just brings back memories as well of like both the toys that I had And then just watching the show. Oh my gosh, Madame Raz and Broom. And Madame Raz never can perform her magic quite right. So generally she tries to cast a spell and something goes awry. There's Glimmer down here. And I loved that they lived in the Whispering Wood. I just loved the names. I thought it was so cool. And here's Shira when she's Adora. So this is her, like, you know, when she's just a regular person. Well, not really. She's a princess, so she's not like a regular person. But she, you know, she's also a warrior. And then this is her horse Spirit, who transforms. So they both transform. So she transforms into Shira, and Spirit transforms into Swiftwind. And that transformation song, I love that. Like, even now, it's like, you know, oh, here she goes, see? It's like, dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's like the coolest thing. And of course, there was the He-Man show, who's her twin brother. And that was really good, too. And the thing about those shows is that they're actually still good. You know, some shows that you may have watched growing up, you try to watch them when you're older, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's terrible. How did I watch that? But Shira and He-Man are actually, like, still really good. And there's Bo. His toy had, like, this button on the back you could press, and it would make his heart beat. So he was kind of, like, supposed to be the stud of the show. Sorceress, she's awesome. Look how cool that picture is, though. It's such an awesome perspective. That's beautiful. So, yeah, this is just memory lane. I remember Christmas opening up my toys and getting a lot of these things and just loving it. I was so excited. And then I also found these large Shira books, Princess of Power. So I found The Spirit of Shira, Everything But Happiness, with Catra, who was like my favorite. And this one's just Shira, Princess of Power. So there's these big books too. Look at this. It even says, to Amy, but it's not me. It's a different Amy. To Amy, happy birthday, love, Bobby, Diana, and Melanie. Isn't that funny, though? Amy was a popular name back then. Now you don't really hear it too much, but when I was growing up, there was always another Amy in the class. At least one other Amy in the class. So we have these illustrations, not quite as nice, actually, as that smaller book. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There's He-Man there. King Randor. So this is her origin story. So that's why we're seeing, like, He-Man and stuff. Like, look at that art. So that's Catra. She looks kind of funny there. And there's Shira. But Catra I loved because she could put her mask down and she could transform into, like, a panther or a big cat. So I loved that. Oh, this one. To Amy, thanks for coming to my party. Love, Melanie. 1987. So these books, I was kind of thinking, I don't know. I don't know if I would actually use this. I feel like I actually don't love the artwork in these books. But I love that they're the stories. Oh, there's Frosta. I always liked Frosta too. But I do love the stories, and, you know, I think they are in really good condition. So I won't be altering them or using them in a journal unless I make a photocopy or something like that, because again, these are not books that I come across too often, so I don't really want to start messing with them. I like the masks together though. That's cool. Oh, look, Shadow Weaver is riding Spirit. You don't see that like ever. So yeah, these were cool finds. I don't see too much. Look at Cowl's looking tough there. So it's always exciting to see them. And again, these were in good condition. So yeah, that's the Shira collection there. And now we will go to a Care Bears book. And this is another large size one. A Tale from the Care Bears, Being Brave is Best. I always thought the Care Bears were just so cute. Look at this though. Okay, I zoomed out a little bit so you could see because this is a pretty large size book, but look at how cute these bears are. If I found this book and it was like falling apart or not in very good condition, then I would definitely cut these out. The words, the bears. I'm going to read this. It says, "Hello, we're the Care Bears. We're a special group of colorful, round, snuggly little bears whose job it is to help you understand your own feelings and share them with others. As you can see, we have special pictures on our tummies, and those pictures tell you the special job each of us loves to do." And then it goes through each one here. "I'm Tenderheart Bear, and it's my job to help people reach out to each other. I say that love is a warm, fuzzy feeling, so go ahead and share it. I'm Cheer Bear, and if you're sad or not feeling well, I'll slide down a rainbow and make you feel better. Smile, I'm Funshine Bear, so there's a great big happy sun on my tummy to remind you to laugh and look at the lighter side of things. You're in luck, 'cause it's me, Good Luck Bear. That's why I'm wearing a 4-leaf clover. Don't count the number of birthdays, count how happy you feel. I'm Birthday Bear, and I'll help make your birthdays the best ever. I'm Wish Bear, and if you wish on my star, maybe your special dream will come true. If you're ever feeling lonely, just call on me, Friend Bear. See, I've got a daisy for you and a daisy for me. Grr, I'm Grumpy Bear. There's a cloud on my tummy to show that I take the grouchies away so you can be happy again. I'm Love-A-Lot Bear. I have 2 hearts on my tummy. One is for you, the other is for someone you love. It's my job to bring you sweet dreams. I'm Bedtime Bear, and right now, I'm a bit sleepy. Are you sleepy too? Now that you know all of us, we hope that you'll have a special place for us in your heart, just like we do for you. With love from all of us, the Care Bears. So that's so cute. I loved the Care Bears so much. I had a few of them. They had little figures. I had Wish Bear, Good Luck Bear, and I think I had Cheer Bear because I loved rainbows. And I loved Good Luck and Wish Bear were probably my favorites because they were like green and teal, and I just thought they were so cute. And they had a cloud car. Actually, I have the cloud car. That's like a whole different video. If you want to see my toys from the 80s, I don't know if that even has a place on this channel. Maybe that'll just be as I journal about it. I'll show you. I'll do that. And this is from 1984. And it's just a very cute little story here. Here's Jenny's got a sore throat. So where do the bears show up here? We've got a lot of... Where's the bears? She's going to the hospital. Oh, here we go. She couldn't sleep, and she hears a voice. Hello, Jenny. Come on out from under that pillow. Why, I slid all the way down a rainbow from the land of Carolot just to see you. Look at that. It's a little Cheer Bear. Hello, I'm Cheer Bear. My friends, the other Care Bears, and I are always watching out for people who are sad or scared. The fuzzy pink bear cuddled up next to Jenny. Now tell me what's bothering you. That's cute. So the little bear is there. She tells the bear about the operation. Oh, she's getting her tonsils removed. And Cheer Bear says, and all of us in Carolot are going to be looking down and thinking of you. So it's a cute little story. We all wish a little bear would come down and visit us, right? And Grumpy Bear, I didn't realize that he took the grumpies away. I just thought he kind of was grumpy and sort of just kind of let you know that, you know, we all get grumpy. It's okay to be grumpy sometimes, right? So anyway, this book doesn't have as much Care Bears in it as I was thinking. Like, they're right there. I actually don't think I would mind. Oh, look, somebody began altering it right here. Now that I've looked at it, oh my gosh, how cute is this? We've got a little good luck bear taking a picture of everybody. That's so cute. But now that I've looked at this and seen that there really are not that many pictures with Care Bears, I'm actually thinking I might alter this, because most of the pictures are like Jenny and going to the hospital and stuff like that. So I don't know. What do you think? I feel like I wouldn't feel too badly about doing something in here, and I could still cut out the Care Bears so that way I can use them. So I don't know. I might actually turn that into something. But you know what? This book has like a musty smell. That's the only thing. I have to see if I can try to get rid of that. That's the only problem with some of these older books, is that, you know, there's always a chance they have a smell from how they were stored. So we'll see about that. And next up, I have this old book from Return of the Jedi, which was like one of my favorite movies growing up, and Ewoks were my favorite. Now this book, look at this. This is in rough shape already. We've got a big tear here, but luckily it didn't tear the little Ewoks. I always loved the Ewoks. I love the whole movie. Got Wicket there. Is that low gray? Anyway, the books are got a lot of staining here, or some aging, I should say. The books feel almost as if they've gotten, not wet before, but they feel a bit crinkly. So this book's been through a lot, but the illustrations I really like. They're beautiful watercolor illustrations. I don't know how people make such realistic watercolor paintings. I don't think I could do that. There's Wicket. So cute. But yeah, this is actually super cool now that I'm looking at it and just noticing all these details and the leaves and the characters, even the rocks, the details in the painting of the rocks. So you can look at this and get some new ideas for painting too. So the cover's ripped, but actually inside the book it's not too bad. So I don't know. I think I would probably actually keep this one and just look at it again for inspiration. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Look at that picture. Tebow up in the tree. That's gorgeous. And then they're having their party at the end, their victory party. So yeah, besides the cover, it's not too bad. And this was 1983, so it came out at the same time as Return of the Jedi. And yeah, I'm kind of tempted to take these illustrations, but then I'd actually have to pick which side too. That's the other thing. I'm tempted to use these in a journal, but I think I'm going to leave it intact. But if I find a better copy of this at a book sale, then I'll definitely use this. That seems to be kind of like my rule. It's like if I have one of a book, I don't want to rip it up or do anything, but if I have two of it, and especially if one of them is in like poor condition, then I have no problem. And last but not least, I want to share with you this 80s Bonanza. Do you remember the Sweet Pickles books? Oh my gosh, I wanted these so bad. The ad would come on. Remember, the bus would come down the road and they'd say, "It's the Sweet Pickles bus." And you could order this whole series of books. And it would play that little song. Go, "Smart moms know how kids' minds grow on Sweet Pickles." Something like that. Anyway, it's so cute. And I never had these. I used to get them out of the library, though, when I was a kid. This one's really awesome. I read all of these. I was so excited. Cute picture on the back. But this one's great because the goose always says, "I'll do it tomorrow." And look at the inside. You get to see all the characters. And it's A through Z. You can see everybody. They all have their own story. And I didn't find the whole collection, but I did find all of these at the same book sale. And I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. I'll tell you a story. Temper Tantrum Turtle. I got this book out of the library at school, and I was so happy. And I remember I showed my parents, and they were like, They said, temper tantrum turtle, that's you, Amy. And you know what I did? I got really mad when they said that, and I think I had a temper tantrum. But I always remember that story. And unfortunately, I did not find the temper tantrum turtle story in this collection. But I will keep looking. Look at this, though. Unique unicorn. Things aren't what they used to be. Vain vulture. I'm gorgeous. Worried walrus. I'm worried. X rating Xerus? What does that mean? Not allowed. I guess he crosses everything out, but that X rating sounds a little suspicious. So maybe we'll read one. I'll read, oh, is it What a Mess? Wait, which one of these? These goose ones were like my favorite. And by my favorite, I mean when I just read them like a few months ago. I don't know what my favorite was when I was a kid. I'm going to just go with Tantruming Turtle because that's the one I remember. We're going to read Goose Goofs Off. I think that's the one. A Bad Break. I thought it said beak at first because I was looking at the beak, but it's A Bad Break. Rainy Day Parade. And these are just cute little sized books. And like I said, and then inside they're like full color pictures. Oh, look at this one. Way across town, goof off goose snuggled under her covers. It's a terrible day, she yawned. I might as well stay in bed. And she did. Oh, and look, Zebra's out there like partying in the rain. So you have two completely different personalities here. It's a perfectly wonderful day for having fun. Every day is. So come on out and play, Goose. Put on your raincoat and boots and I'll share my umbrella with you. What do you think? Is Goose gonna go out? Oh, Goose went out. What's so great about nice? Fixed by Camel. Zip goes Zebra. Me too, Iguana. Oh, Very Worried Walrus. This was another favorite. And we have Stork Spills the Beans. And these are the last books I'm sharing, so if you're not interested in the little read-along, then thanks for joining me. And I hope to see you again soon. And for those of you who want to hear the story, here we go. Goose Goofs Off. Written by Jacqueline Reinach. Illustrated by Richard Hefter. Oh, I always like this too. This Sweet Pickles book. Sweet Pickles. This Sweet Pickles book belongs to. And then you could put your name. Easy for me to say, right? In the world of Sweet Pickles, each animal gets into a pickle because of an all-too-human personality trait. This book is about Goof Off Goose. She'll do everything tomorrow. I'm going to leave it down here because I think my camera focus is better if it's down here. This is copyright 1977. Wait a second. Are these books all... Okay, these books are all actually 1977, it looks like. So I remember these from the 80s, I thought. But I guess I could have started seeing them in the 70s when they came out. So anyway, so we're just going to go with it being like 80s-ish, even though it's late 70s. One morning, everybody in the neighborhood was busy, except for Goose, who was still sound asleep. Elephant was hanging the wash. Camel was banging on the roof. Lion was typing a letter. Zebra was painting stripes on his house. Rabbit was hopping about in his garden. The busy noises woke Goose. She went to the window. "Can a person sleep in peace?" she honked. "All this hanging and banging and typing and striping and hopping is stopping my beautiful dream." Goose closed the window, jumped back into bed, and pulled the covers over her head. Then a loud blast of music shook the room. Goose went to the window again. The music was coming from Rabbit's garden. "Your seeding and weeding and hoeing and mowing is bad enough," shouted Goose. "What's going on now?" "My flowers are listening to music," said Rabbit. "They grow 33 1/3% faster when they listen to music." "Would you like to borrow a record for your apple tree?" asked Rabbit. "It could certainly use it." Let's look at the apple tree. We've got some apples falling to the ground. Doesn't look like there's too many on the tree except for some wonky ones there. Random cup. "Not today," said Goose. "I'm taking it easy today. I'll do it tomorrow." Goose closed the window, put on her earmuffs, jumped back into bed, and pulled the covers over her head. Then the telephone rang. It was Elephant. "Yesterday you promised that today you'd help me hang the wash," she said. "I'm awfully sorry," said Goose, "but I'm taking it easy today. I'll do it tomorrow." "That's what you said yesterday," snorted Elephant. "Goodbye." Goose put a pillow over the telephone and went back to bed. But now she couldn't sleep. "Maybe I'll watch TV," she sighed. She turned on the television set, but there was no picture. "I forgot. The TV's broken," grumbled Goose. "I'll have to get it fixed, but not today. I'm taking it easy today. I'll do it tomorrow." Remember the old antenna TV when you'd have to try to get the picture to come in, and if somebody stood there, the picture would come in perfect, and you'd be like, "Okay, just stay there. Don't move." "Well," thought Goose, "as long as I'm up, maybe I'll have some breakfast." And she went downstairs. The kitchen floor was all gooey and slippery and wet. "It seems I forgot to put the ice cream back in the freezer last night," said Goose. "I guess I'll have to mop the floor, but not today. I'm taking it easy today. I'll do it tomorrow." Just then the doorbell rang. It was Stork bringing in the mail. He took one step in and slipped. "Whoops!" he shouted. "I've delivered bowls to moles in deep dark holes and never slipped or tripped. I even delivered a pail of mail to a whale and I didn't get wet. But I've never been in a mess like this." "Come back tomorrow," said Goose. "The floor will be clean." "Yesterday you said your mailbox would be clean," said Stork in a huff. "Good day." "It is a good day," thought Goose. "I think I'll take a nap in my hammock." Goose rolled to one side, then the other. She tossed, she turned, she counted to 10 backwards, she counted to 10 forwards, but she couldn't fall asleep. Something felt strange. It was too quiet. Goose looked up and down the street. It was empty. "Where is everybody?" she wondered. Then she smelled something delicious coming from Rabbit's house. She followed the smell. "Good afternoon, Goose," said Rabbit. "We're having cookies. I baked 11 different kinds. Would you like some?" "Sure," said Goose. "But why didn't you invite me?" "You said you were taking it easy today," answered Rabbit. "I was," smiled Goose, munching happily. "But that's okay. I can take it easy tomorrow." The end. Oh, and look, I forgot about this. In the back, they have a map. I always love books that have maps of the houses and the towns. Busy Town did this too. The Richard Scarry books, they would have a map. I always appreciate that. I would always spend a lot of time. It tells you where each of the animals lives. Like here's where Goose is, down here, with elephant there and rabbit there. So that is the end of that. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know if you had these Sweet Pickles books or any of these other books, or if you watched Shira, or if you loved Care Bears, or, you know, if you're remembering another show that you're like, oh, you know what else there was? Let me know, because I love reminiscing about what was on and everything and what we used to watch. I hope you have a wonderful day today, a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you again soon.